Okay, so looking at Kimura from half guard top. So let's just say I'm in Ryan's half guard. More than likely, there's two things he wants. He doesn't want to be flat on his back. He wants to turn onto his right side, win an underhook, and either he'll be on an elbow prop or put it back a bit, or he'll be on his shoulder. We're going to take a look at both those things. From my perspective, I can't have him on the side. The best thing I can do is from here flatten him out and bring my elbow to Ryan's elbow. Also notice when he's in half guard, okay, he wants to make the junction above my knee. My goal is to get his junction, whereas he's made his triangle below my knee. So say from our half guard position, let's just say, to keep it simple, Ryan's on his shoulder, okay, and he's here. The more my head comes over his head, the more Ryan can stretch his underhook out, put in a leech hook and start to come up to his knees and all that stuff, and all the sweeps from that position. I'm moving my head back towards his hips, so I'm just turning my body and flattening him out. Just turn this way, bro. So we end up here, and I turn my body, just move this way, perfect. So I'm elbow to elbow from this position. Once I'm here, notice the way Ryan has made his crossed ankles above my knee. I want it below my knee. But from this position, we are going to go elbow to elbow, start to push this wrist down, and instead of attacking the Kimura like we've talked about, we talked about in week one, we can use the Kimura as a submission, but we can also use it as a control mechanism. So from here, with my right hand, I'm just going to lift my wrist up and pass it to my left hand. So I have a one-handed Kimura. The detail is I'm not on the wrist. When I have that first grip, I'm using my four fingers and the thumb to control. But when I lift my wrist and I pass it to Ryan's from my right hand to my left hand, I'm grabbing that meaty part of the hand between his wrist and his little finger. And that is a cup grip, so a monkey grip. I'm not using a thumb. So from that position, if Ryan now starts to try and stretch his arm from there, it's difficult. I'm going to post my hand on the mat, and then I'm going to bring his elbow in line with the shoulder. That puts a lot of tension. Ryan wants to sit up and turn into me, especially when I bring my knee in like this and he wants to turn into me. I can kind of just pull this back to this position here, okay? Now it's all about making the wedge. So I have a free right hand. I'm going to move my hip back and physically bring my left knee, I'll get another angle in a minute, at his right hip. I can use that now, start pushing at his knee again. He tries to turn into me, it's not going to happen with this control I have of the shoulder. So now I'm going to free my leg, and once I've freed my leg, I'm coming back into attacking the Kimura again. And we've already covered all those details on it. Let's just turn this way, bro, so you can see what I'm doing with my knee. So let's just say we're in half guard. Ryan's on the side, he wants to turn into me. Okay, I'm going to flatten him out with my chest. I go elbow to elbow and turn my hip. Okay, from here my right hand reaches back. I'm going to start pushing the wrist towards the mat, but instead of trying to attack the Kimura, I'm going to use it as a control position. So from here where I have a finger and thumb control, I'm going to lift my wrist. And now I use a monkey grip, and that'll be somewhere between his wrist and his little finger. Once I make that grip, and I put my hand on the mat and I pull Ryan's elbow in line with the shoulder. If he tries to free that hand, it's difficult. If he tries to turn into me, it's difficult. And now from there I can use my right hand just to move my hip out, and I bring my knee inside. Now it looks as if I'm in a really weak position. Ryan's going to brooch me this way, but that's the magic of this grip. Yeah, you can even put that hook in, bro, no problem. He tries to kick me off from there, I can just underhook this back step out. And now from there I'm into side control, but we don't want to finish it one-handed. We want to go back to our Kimura position. So from there, I just pass it back to where I was. And now I switch my base, get on the power line, reverse motorcycle grip, step over his head. Now we have the Kimura from half guard top. Let's drill that one, guys.